This has happened to me twice. It's not going to happen again. Let's fix it up.
This is pretty much the worst video ever made.
Napoleon, like anyone can even know that.
Hello my friends, and welcome to Tom's Tinkering and Adventures. This is my KTM 690 Enduro, and went out for a little ride yesterday, explored the desert, about 100 miles, and didn't really have any issues, but when I got home, I always try to do a little check on the bike when I put it away. Of course, you know, the best thing to do is to wash your bike and check things out. So I just put it away last night and noticed that the shifter was loose. Now this happened to me one other time, and I took the bolt out, cleaned it up, and put a bit of LocTite on it. Maybe I didn't clean it well enough, but we are gonna do some more stuff to it this time. Let me take it out and I'll show you how this thing works. All right, so it's just a little, what is this, like an M6 by 1.0, so it's a very small bolt. Obviously you can't torque that very hard. You don't want to strip out your shifter in there. Sorry, it's a bit dark. This bolt has this two-piece lock washer. I can't remember what they call these, Nord locks, I think. I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong. But the last time I did this, I don't think I cleaned out the threads in here very good. So we're gonna clean this all up with some brake clean, scrub that down. Before the video, I actually took this off. That's why everything came out so easy, and I cleaned this up a little bit. There was some dirt and grease on everything. So I'm gonna clean everything really well. But what I'm gonna do to prevent this from happening is we are going to safety wire this. So in a previous life, I was a aviation mechanic, and we use safety wire on all kinds of stuff. And well, that was a fun life. I'm glad I'm done with that. But you know, I learned a few things, so we're gonna put it to the test here. So let's get this stuff cleaned up first, and then I will show you how to prep this up for some safety wire. Here's a roll of safety wire that I have. This is, I think, 20 thousandths. It comes in different sizes, 20 thousandths, 32, 40 thousandths, depending on the size of your fasteners. This is a very small fastener. So what we're gonna do is, got the drill press set up, super fancy jig I have here. Try to get a flat lined up, and then we're gonna drill a hole straight through the head. And then I'll probably drill a hole also in the shifter. And then I'll show you how the safety wire works if you've never seen it before. Don't forget, safety first or second or third or whatever you want to do. All right, I'll drill this, I'll go ahead and drill this off the camera. You know how a drill press works. There, my professionalism. I've had a little bit of light on the subject now. So I've drilled a hole through the head of that bolt, and I put a piece of wire on here just so you can kind of see the idea. Now what you want to do is, this bolt, of course, like the majority of them, tightens in a clockwise fashion. So I've gently snugged it down because we still have to drill a place for this wire to go. So what you're going to do is put the wire through, and then you want it wrapped around and pulling the bolt in a tightening fashion. That way, if it comes loose, the wire is going to hold it. So I pushed it through, wrapped it around the top like this. Then you'll twist the wire, and then we need to bring it somewhere where it's going to pull it to a tightening position. So probably what I'll do is I will drill a hole up here somewhere, kind of like at an angle through there. So we can twist the wire up to there, feed it through there, twist it on that end, and then that will prevent the bolt from backing off because the wire is pulling it in a tightening motion. So I'm gonna get a Sharpie marker or something and just put a little dot there and try to just drill through the edge of this. It's kind of a tight spot to be working in, and that's the way safety wire is. Sometimes it's a pain, but I'm gonna do that and put LocTite on this bolt, and hopefully that thing won't come out again. I got that bolt cleaned, I put some this good old LocTite on here, thread locker, and torque down, all that good stuff. There's the hole I drilled through here. I didn't quite get it as much of an angle as I wanted. I kind of wanted it to come out the top, but it came out the back. That's okay. We'll make it work. So now, let me see if I can set this up. Now we got to get to twisting these wires. And you can do it by hand. They sell a set of pliers you can do this with. But you just twist the wires right up until you have it twisted up to that point. So I'll get that done and we'll bring you back. In the aviation world, this is kind of an art form. People get proud about their safety wiring, but in the end, it will work. It's pretty or if it's not. So there you go. We twisted it up to there. We'll feed that through. And then I'll pull that up and twist it on the top side. Since I'm kind of working in a tight spot here, I'll get my hands in here. You're not going to see it very well, but you can see I've fed that through. And this isn't ideal, bringing it over to this side to twist it. Ideally, you would twist it on the back side. But I am not overly concerned with it. This is just an additional step. I've got the LocTite on that. I've torqued it down. This should definitely keep it. So I'm going to finish that up. Like I said, you won't be able to see much with my hands working in there. And I'll show you what it looks like. Yeah, like I said, this would probably not pass for aviation stuff, but you know, we're on the ground here, so there's a reason why aviation stuff has such strict tolerances, because, you know, if the airplane fails, it falls out of the sky. If this fails, I just can't shift. So you cut it off, twist your pigtail over, and kind of tuck it in, out of the way, push that flat, and there you go. I don't believe I will be losing my shifter anymore, which will be a nice thing. There you have it, safety wire. It can prevent you from losing a shifter, can prevent you from losing brake bolts. If you're in a race organization, it's probably a requirement on a lot of things. Drain plugs, brake caliper mounts, things like that. If you're just a regular rider and you're having issues like this, all you need is a drill and a little bit of wire and a little bit of time. If it's not perfect, well, this is, like I said, it's not aviation. Try to make it nice, but if it's on there, it will help. All right, little simple stuff, prevent problems. If you're liking my content, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider doing so. Thank you very much for watching. Get out there and find your adventure. Adios.